the first time today. He's up against Lorenzo Musetti of Italy, but he is 2-0 down, 6-2, 6-1 behind, and not the greatest of... In fact, he's lost the third set as well, so definitely not the greatest of evenings as I refresh the page. 6-1, 6-2, 6-4, Cameron Norrie beaten, so that is it for the British number one. That is it for the British interest in the singles as well. Still a few going in the doubles. And in horse racing, Frankie Dettori won the first big race of the Derby Festival earlier on today as he rode Emily Upjohn to victory in the Coronation Cup. You're listening to Total Sport on BBC Radio Newcastle. 0800 234 6565, the number to call to get involved in the final half hour of the Total Sport season. I mentioned that the top sporting headline there, Ando and Kieran, was Sam Allardyce parting company with Leeds United. Ando first. It's
no
absolutely
surprise.
No surprise.
No.
He had one job and didn't achieve it.
No surprise whatsoever. He was brought in. I mean, it was a job to nothing, really. If he kept them up, all well and good. Would have picked up a nice little bonus, but he didn't. I mean, they just can't keep clean sheets. They don't know how to keep clean sheets. Defensively, they're all over the shop, Leeds. It's a rebuild job there, you would think, and you wouldn't think that he would fancy that. Not too sure how much money they've got to spend either, so... So no surprise at all.
It's a bit of a fall from grace, Kieran, because they went from Marcelo Bielsa and playing some of the best football in the Premier League, not always, not beating everybody left, right and centre, but when they had the ball, they were one of the best teams in the league, to the desperation of appointing Sam Allardyce 4 games before the end of the season, and ultimately they're a championship club next season.
Well, when they came into the Premier League after such a long time out, there was a wonderful energy that, of course, was a reflection of Bielsa and the way he likes to manage and the expectations he has on players. But I think, with Bielsa, it was always going to be difficult for him himself to work as hard as he was so renowned for as time goes on and certain things catch up with you, as it were. But, I mean, I covered the Leeds United Spurs game on Sunday going for the Premier League, and I think when you look at the performance, and of course John makes the point, and it's very valid as others have, that they were conceding far too many goals, but there wasn't really any significant evidence of what you would expect from a Sam Allardyce side, particularly when you're trying to stave off the threat of relegation. So given what happened with Leeds, given what happened a couple of years ago with West Brom, it may well be that pigeonholed attitude towards Allardyce of being some form of miracle worker and relegation specialist is diminishing somewhat. And, he's obviously opted against taking Leeds from the Championship in the hope that they might get back to the Premier League within 1 year, and it would just be interesting to see where he goes from here. I suppose the one thing you could say in mitigation was that with it only being 4 games, he may well argue that he didn't have sufficient time to get his ideas across and for it to be evident in games. But they went down with a whimper in many respects. But the mistakes they made on Sunday were unforgivable, and it's very difficult to think you're going to get anything from games, let alone games when you're up against people like Son and Harry Kane. So yes, the fall from grace, I think, is quite apt.
Yes, keep your messages coming in. 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp, 81 333 on the text messages. Just before we talk to Dave, who's a Newcastle United